Hi, thanks for checking out this quick tutorial on installing gas struts onto cabinet doors. Just got done installing a 10-inch strut on these cabinets, and I've got a 6-inch strut that I'm going to be putting on the opposite side of the camper for some smaller cabinets. I'll be sure to include the specs and all the measurements that that worked for us, and hopefully if you have a similar setup will work well for you as well. This is just one video and a few uploads that we have for this cargo conversion that we did into a camper. If you haven't had a chance to check out our videos, please check out our channel, see what all we've done, let us know what you think. If you have any questions, make sure to ask. I'll be happy to get back to you as soon as I can. Real quick overview of everything: the 10-inch strut and the 6-inch strut. Anything smaller than about 9 3/4 inch you want to downsize from the 10-inch to like a 6-inch strut. This brand is Gazer. I'll put a link in the description, but there's like a million of these on Amazon that you can choose from. I like using these small picks. You can just press them into the wood to start your pilot holes for your drill bit. For pre-drilling, you definitely want to pre-drill. Always finish your screws with a screwdriver, not in a drill, because you don't want to strip out your holes. Here's the mounting hardware. This is going to go on the cabinet itself, and this is going to go on the door. Real quick before the install, if all you need is some measurements, I'll give you the measurements of how we installed this. This top bracket is 5/8 of an inch in from the outer edge and 2 3/4 from the back, and that is on a cabinet door that is a 1/2 inch overlay. And this is a 10-inch cabinet opening, and you can tell that the bottom of the strut is pretty much bottomed out. So if you had much smaller of a door, you are probably going to need to move to a smaller strut. Measurements real quick for the 6-inch strut is the same. Inlet here is 5/8 of an inch in from the outside, and then on the back side it is 1 1/4 inch to the center of that bracket there. First step is going to be to mount this door hardware. The ball mount goes in. We're looking for a measurement on the 6-inch strut of about 1 1/4 inch in from the back and 5/8 of an inch in from the outside of the door. The reason being is these are a 1/2 inch overlay. These doors overhang 1/2 inch over this style all the way around. So in order for this to clear as the door closes and still line up with the bottom mount here, we need to give it about 1/8 of an inch past this overhang. And we're going to look to mount here in the center of these slots so that we have room for adjustment to slide that up and down. And right here where they meet is where I'm going to try to get that center of that ball line to meet right there. So I'm going to hold it in place and use this little pick here to give my drill bit a starting point. But be careful not to drill through your door. Over tighten those. If you strip them, you lose all your strength. You want to test it to make sure it closes without rubbing. You're going to take your strut here and pop it in place, and you're going to take your bottom mounting hardware. You're going to eyeball it where these two holes, any two holes, line up in the center of your style. If you have just a flat plywood backing, then you can get all 3 holes, of course, but in this style of cabinet, we're just looking to get these two holes here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just eyeballing it where it lines up with the hole on the strut. And this doesn't have to be perfect because there is room for play. I'm going to take this angled pick, makes it easy to get my hole started. If you're doing 2 of these side by side, you can use the previous one as your marks. I actually had to go back in and readjust this because when I was finished they were off a bit. So I was able to slide this one forward and then actually just moved this up just a little bit because they were off, and just for aesthetics I wanted it to look pretty close. So I think that's pretty good.